Hi there, welcome to my channel Life with Lois. My name is Lois and welcome to Tips and Tricks in terms of property. Now I thought I'd share some little tips and tricks with you, but in the form of a story. So if you guys like it, I'll do some more, but I just thought it'd be good to share some things that they're just not going to tell you about HMOs, things that you would never expect to happen. Now today I'm going to be talking about why I got key safes and why they are so important. Now, when I got my first HMO, I was so happy. I was pleased I got my HMO. I was over the moon. I was ecstatic. I had my tenants. I thought everything is fine. I felt like their mother, looking after them. Okay, they are big people. They are professionals. They don't need looking after like babies. But obviously I felt a sense of responsibility. That's what we stand for. That's our ethos, to make sure we're serving our tenants and taking care of them. So I felt a kind of mother hen kind of vibe over them. So HMO is ticking over fine. Everyone is happy. I'm happy. Remember, it's my first HMO. I'm very nervous. So I'm keeping an eye on everything. So picture this. It was a Saturday night. I'd settled down for the evening. I'd been working in a Saturday in the morning. So I was, happy to be chilling out, put on some Netflix, little glass of, just to relax, to wind down for the evening. And I thought, okay, I'm going to get in bed and just chill out. I deserve my break. Okay, this was about 9:30. I'm thinking, okay, I'm really going to just get into this film. I was totally relaxed, face mask on. You picture how it is, yeah? So my business phone rings and I'm thinking, who's calling me at this time of the night on a Saturday night? Middle of summer, should be out enjoying themselves, whatever they do. So I thought, okay, answer the phone. What it was, one of my tenants decided he wanted a pizza. He was so hungry, he said, he locked himself out of his room. Now, that wasn't the problem. The problem was the attitude that I need to get into my room now. You need to come now. You need to be here by jet plane, airplane, however you need to get here. It felt like a Yolanda Adams moment. Get here when you can, but literally in 5 minutes. Now, our ethos is that we live no further than 40 minutes away, and that's in traffic from any of our HMOs. So we always promise to get there under an hour. Now, I got there in 35 minutes, but I was not happy. I rolled out of bed. My hair was like that. It was not cute. And I got there as soon as I can. I was not impressed. He was not impressed, because I'd never actually met this particular tenant before, because I actually inherited this tenant with the property. So I'd never actually met him before, because every time we were meant to meet, it just didn't happen, although we had spoken on the phone. So I had my whole bunch of keys and everything, and I let him through the front door, and I let him through the second door, then I let him through his room door. And he's actually got an attitude with me. And I'm thinking, I've got out of my bed. I've rushed here, high speed, to let you into your room that you locked yourself out of. But you know what? It taught me a lesson. I said to myself, this is never going to happen to me again. Never, never. So I looked at systems. How could I prevent this kind of situation from happening again? Me having to get out of bed, or one of my staff members have to get up and go and tend to this person. So I decided to look into how could I systemize this. And guess what I discovered? Key locks. Oh my days. This is like the greatest discovery ever. Key safes are an absolute lifesaver. Now, I done my research on key safes. I looked into them. We bought ourselves police approved key safes. And basically the key safes, we don't have to walk around to all of our properties now with these all bunch of keys or loads of keys and things like that, because every property, all of our properties now are automatically fitted with key safes as we obtain the properties. And basically, we can get into the properties at any time because we know all the codes. Our cleaners can go into our properties without, having to be let in by anybody, or any tenants have to be at home for anybody in particular. Of course, if we've got handy people coming there that we're not too sure of, we'll let them in, we'll be there. But it's such a lifesaver in terms of systemizing it. So now, there was never going to be a lockout again. If one of my tenants have locked themselves out, they call us, we're able to give them their code any time of day, any time of night. We're still in bed if it's a late night call. We're not getting out of our beds to rush across London to get to one of our properties. Everything is just streamlined and seamless. So guys, that's one of my tips and tricks to you. If you've got your HMO, make sure you get systems in place such as key safes. Now, we have key safes on the outside of the property so that you can get in, and we also have key safes on the inside of the properties in a secret location, so that if the tenants, they can get through the first door, they can get through the second door, and it's extra security for each person that can get into their own room. Nobody else knows the actual code for each key safe, each room. Each tenant has got their own individual code, and when they need that code, they call us up, key is inside, let themselves back in their room, and then the key goes back into the key safe, reset the code, put the locks back on it, Bob's your uncle. Everything is safe and sorted. So this was something that I found invaluable, and it may seem like a small thing, but let me tell you, when you've got multiple HMOs and you've got multiple tenants in each property, and you've got people that rush out for pizza on a Saturday night and then expect you to get out of your bed, that will never happen again. But sometimes we learn the hard way. But yet still we learn the lesson. There's always a lesson to be learnt. And that's just a standard now. As we acquire a property, first thing we do, key safes. Because we know there's always going to be a lockout. It happens. Sometimes even when you move a tenant in, and there's a lot of information for them to take in on when they're checking in. And sometimes they get flustered. I've had it probably half of the time we put a tenant in a property, they'll lock themselves out the same day. But we explain everything to them. They can call us at any time and we just let them in. It's so simple. So guys, I would say to you, that is a definite top tip. You get your property, make sure one of the first things you put on there is a key safe. And make sure you know all the codes, keep them in a very safe place so that you're able to then administer it to any tenant that locks themselves out. So guys, I hope that was helpful for you. And I know, I tell you, if somebody told me this in the beginning, I would have paid them dollars for it, because it saved me a lot of time and effort running around London. So guys, I'll see you next time. But also don't forget to click and subscribe, put on your notifications button, so every time I release a video, you will be the first to know. And don't forget to share our videos also with other people so we can spread it around the community. But that's my tips and tricks in terms of HMOs. And guys, I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time when I'll be releasing another little tip and trick in terms of property management. So guys, have a great time. See you on the next video. Bye.